Hi, so today I'm going to do the Get Shit Done Readathon. This is my TBR video for that. So the Get Shit Done Readathon is for January 2020, and it's the entire month of January, which I think is great because it's a long time to read all the stuff that you want to read. So this readathon is designed to have you read your shelves or read stuff on your TBR that you haven't been able to get to. That's the goal of this readathon. So I'm very excited to do my first ever readathon on this channel. So I'm going to read the prompts, they're pulled up here, and I'm going to answer each of them. So question 1 is read a book from a subscription box. So I've actually never used a book subscription box before, so I'm just going to use Audible for this instead. And I'm going to read Midnight for Charlie Bone. This is a children's series. I read the first book a while ago, but I never finished all of them. So I'm very excited to kind of restart this series and read it start to finish because I was able to get all of the books on Audible. So I'm very excited for that. Question 2, read a book that has been on your TBR the longest or a long time. Okay, for this I'm going to pick The Boyfriend List, 15 Guys, 11 Shrink Appointments, 4 Ceramic Frogs, and Me by E. Lockhart. So this book has been on my TBR for 3.5 years, which is a really long time. So I'm going to get it from my library, and that's how I'm going to read it, because I think that's the best way to read it. I've never read a book by E. Lockhart. I know they did that super and popular book a couple years ago. I don't remember what it's called. But I'm very excited to read this book because it's been on my TBR for so long. Read a classic you've been meaning to get to. So for this I'm going to read Esio Trot by Roald Dahl. I actually have a physical copy of this that I got from a little free library. So I'm going to read that as my classic pick. Question 4, finish a book that you put down. Okay, so for this one I'm going to read Let Me Hear a Rhyme by Tiffany D. Jackson. So I bought this book on Audible. I listened to about 30 minutes of it, and then I had too many downloads and it was glitching out and stuff, so I had to delete one of my books, and that's kind of where I put myself on hold for it. So I'm going to re-download it and listen to it. I'm very excited. I love to buy books with music, specifically on Audible. On the Come Up, I think, was a significantly better book for me personally because I read it on Audible. And I think if you're gonna read a book about music, it works a lot better when it's in an audio format. Question 5, start or end a series. Okay, for this I'm gonna pick the same book and put it for 2 different categories. So for this I'm gonna do Midnight for Charlie Bone because it is the first book in a longer series. And I'm very excited to start and finish this series because I read the first one when I was, I think, 13 and I loved it. But I kind of, the second book is so slow. I think having it on audio is going to make it much easier to get through. Because I read the first book, I started the second book, and it was just so slow. I kept starting over and over and over. So I think having it on audio is going to help me get through the series. Number 6, read a book for review or a book you received as a gift. Okay, so for this I'm going to do The Boyfriend List again. So I'm going to read The Boyfriend List for review, meaning I'm going to do a review of it on my channel. In a wrap-up, or I'll do it in just a full review if I have enough to say about it, but I basically know nothing about it at all. Most of the books I read I go in completely blind. I don't want to know anything because I really want to have just my own opinion. I mean, sometimes I check the Goodreads score because if it has 50,000 reviews and 3 stars, it's probably not going to be the next book I love. But I'm pretty excited to read this. So thanks so much for watching. If you want more constant updates from me, you can follow me on all my social media, which are linked below and linked on my channel. Thanks again for watching. I hope you have a great day. Bye.